the beginning of this story, we are told that after numerous calamities in the world, all signs of life have vanished. The survivors started new lives without any resources and began farming to meet their needs. Their lives continued like this. After enduring many hardships, after 500 years, the world's population grew to form small societies governed by only 6 to 7 people. These societies started exchanging resources among themselves and learned fighting skills to protect their homes and resources. The main character, Sunny, is one such fighter. At this time, while he was riding a bike, he saw a truck accident on the road. When he approached, he realized it was not an accident but a conspiracy where people were deliberately killed. Blood was still oozing from the bodies, meaning they hadn't been dead for long, and the killers were likely still nearby. Sunny took out his binoculars and saw a group sitting in the jungle. He went to them and saw they had a box. He understood that they had probably looted this box from the truck. He asked them what was in the box and why they had killed the truck drivers. In response, they said, "If you want this box, come and take it." They were inviting him to fight. Without knowing he was a skilled fighter, they attacked him one by one. Sunny easily killed them all and then opened the box, which contained a boy and many golden coins with a butterfly emblem. The boy tried to escape as soon as he saw Sunny, but Sunny threw a coin at him, knocking him unconscious. When the boy regained consciousness, he told Sunny that all the people in the truck had been killed, and he was left behind because a woman named Widow, a queen from another kingdom, was after him. These people wanted to capture him and take him to her. Sunny felt pity for the boy and took him back to his society. Their kingdom was called the Badlands, ruled by a king who took good care of the people in exchange for their loyalty. The queen summoned Sunny and told the others about the marks on his body, explaining that whenever Sunny killed someone, a mark was made on his body as a sign that a good fighter never hesitates to kill his enemy. She encouraged them to become as smart, wise, and brave as Sunny. Sunny also started training the boy to be a fighter. In the training field, another boy tried to take a necklace from the boy's neck, leading to a fight because the necklace was very important to him. The king's son, Ryder, intervened and took the necklace. Seeing the necklace brought back memories of Sunny's childhood as he had a similar one. Ryder, who wanted to gain respect like Sunny but hadn't succeeded, took the necklace to his mother and noticed she was sad because his father had married again, which no one could stop as he was the king. Later, we see Sunny visiting a doctor who was his friend. The doctor revealed she was pregnant, which frightened Sunny because having children in the Badlands was a crime. The doctor assured him they would leave the Badlands and live somewhere far away. Meanwhile, the boy from earlier, seeking revenge for the humiliation he faced, attacked the boy who had fought him in the afternoon. Due to the attack, blood started oozing from MK's finger, and upon seeing it, MK's condition deteriorated. Suddenly, one of his eyes turned black, and he lost control. He lifted the other boy and smashed him against a mirror, then drove a piece of the broken mirror into his eye, after which MK lost consciousness. Sunny, who had just arrived, witnessed the entire fight. He took MK to his room. When MK regained consciousness, Sunny asked him what had happened. In response, MK said, "I don't know, but whenever my body bleeds, I lose control over myself. I came here to find a cure for this." After that, Sunny showed him a locket and asked about the symbol on it. MK replied, "There is a place called Nam, and it exists in this world. I want to find out more about it." After learning this, Sunny left for home. Before he could reach home, many people suddenly surrounded him. They attacked him simultaneously, but as we know, Sunny is a skilled fighter. With the swords in both his hands, he easily defeated all the men. Afterward, a woman emerged from a nearby car. We learned that her name was Widow, and she was looking for MK. She showed Sunny a card and said, "I'm looking for a boy with this marked locket around his neck, and I know he's in your kingdom. If you quietly hand him over to me, I can give you whatever you want." The scene cuts to MK, who had reached Ryder's room to retrieve his locket. Before he could steal his locket and escape, Ryder attacked him from behind. The noise of the fight drew the attention of Ryder's mother, who arrived and saw Ryder with the locket and MK. She realized that she knew something about the locket and MK, but instead of speaking, she had MK jailed for theft. The next morning, MK was to be hanged, causing him great distress. Sunny visited him, knowing about the theft accusation. He knew MK was innocent, so he came to help him escape. He showed MK a way out of the kingdom through the sewage line. The scene cuts to Widow, who had come to meet someone at a club. Before she could discuss her matters, she noticed people hiding, waiting to attack her. But they couldn't succeed because Widow was also a skilled fighter, and she defeated them all. She left one person alive to ask who had sent them to kill her. The person revealed that Ryder had sent them. We then see MK running to save his life. He stopped to drink water when a woman with a butterfly mark on her hand appeared behind him and asked, "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" In response, MK, trembling with fear, made up a story. "I got separated from my parents. I've just been trying to find them." Seeing him hungry, Tilda, the girl, gave him some food. They noticed the sound of dogs barking loudly, indicating that someone was coming. To avoid being caught, Tilda took MK to her south quarters. Actually, Sunny and Ryder had come looking for MK. Tilda had taken MK to her kingdom, which we then find out is Widow's kingdom. Since MK had not his locket, Widow didn't recognize him as the boy she was searching for. Widow showed MK a card and asked if he had seen a boy with such a locket around her neck, but MK lied, saying, "No, I haven't seen such a boy." In the Keen's kingdom, Sunny went to the doctor's house because Keen had been suffering from a headache for many days. During the checkup, he learned that he had a brain tumor. At the doctor's house, Sunny also saw a picture of Vell and realized she was the doctor's daughter. The doctor told the Queen that there was no cure, it was spreading, and her life was nearing its end, with only months left. Hearing this, the Keen stormed out in anger and ordered Sunny to go inside and kill both doctors. However, Sunny didn't want to do it because Vell's mother was innocent. Why should he kill an innocent person? Upon his refusal, the Keen took out her sword and went inside to kill the doctors herself. A few seconds later, she came out, covered in blood. She had mercilessly killed both doctors and then ordered Sunny to set the house on fire. Back in her kingdom, Widow talked to her daughter Tilda, explaining that she suspected the boy she was looking for was actually the one they had. To confirm this, Tilda needed to make a small cut on the boy's body. Following her mother's instructions, Tilda approached MK and suddenly attacked him. She was about to cut his face but stopped herself because she had started to like MK. Instead, she made a cut on her own hand and smeared her blood on his face, telling him to pretend to be injured. Seeing that MK didn't turn into a monster due to the lack of a cut, Widow realized MK was not the boy she was looking for and handed him over to her men. The scene cuts to Sunny, who was at Tilda house. She was crying over his dead parents. Sunny, feeling sad, told Vell the truth that the Keen had killed her parents and started hating the Keen too. He assured Vell that they would leave this place soon. After this, Sunny went to the warehouse with Ryder to check the imports and exports. There, they were ambushed by Widow's men, sent to take revenge on Ryder for trying to kill Widow. Sunny fought off all the attackers with ease, while Ryder struggled. After defeating all the attackers, Sunny found Ryder chained up. As he was freeing Ryder, he didn't realize that one of Widow's men was still alive and grabbed Sunny from behind, about to strangle him. But before the man could kill Sunny, someone attacked and killed him with a sword. It was MK, who Widow had sent with the attackers but who had freed himself and came there. Sunny asked MK how he got there, but MK didn't answer. So Sunny took MK back to his kingdom. The Keen was furious because MK had escaped from her prison. She grabbed MK by the neck and demanded, "Tell me, who helped you escape?" Before MK could tell the truth, Sunny intervened and said, "Don't kill him, let him go. Today, because of him, both Ryder and I are alive. He has excellent fighting skills, and I want to train him to be a clipper for our kingdom." Listening to Sunny, the Keen spared MK. Angered by the attack on her son, the Keen ordered an assault on Widow's palace. Amidst the chaos, MK sneaked back into Widow's palace. He quietly entered Widow's room, knowing she must have some information about Uzra. His suspicion was correct. He found a book in Widow's room with a significant mark on it and took it outside. Handing the book to Sunny, MK received a scolding. "Are you crazy? Why did you come back here?" MK replied, "I just wanted to find a way to reach Uzra." Hearing this, Sunny decided to help him because he also wanted to leave the kingdom with Vell and find a safer place. After winning a small battle against Widow, they returned to their kingdom. The Queen was very worried because Ryder was severely injured in the fight with Widow, and there was no one left to treat him since the Queen had killed the only doctor in her rage. The Queen's second wife reassured him, "Don't worry, I know someone who can treat Ryder." She was referring to Vell, the doctor's daughter, who was secretly a doctor herself. Vell treated Ryder's deep wounds, and he remained unconscious for the next 3 days. After sharing all this information, Vell was about to leave when the Queen thanked her for saving his daughter's life. Then, the Queen summoned Sunny to his room and instructed him to deliver a message to the king of another kingdom. Meanwhile, MK quietly stole the Uzra book from the Queen's room and brought it to the doctor because he couldn't read it himself. Unfortunately, the doctor couldn't understand the book's language either. As they discussed the book, there was a knock at Vell's door. MK quickly hid. Vell was surprised to see the Queen at her door. The Queen wanted Vell to save his life just as she had saved Ryder's because he had a brain tumor. Meanwhile, Sunny went to the forest to meet a girl from another kingdom. She wanted to inform Sunny to tell the King that Widow was trying to provoke a war between their kingdoms. In the forest, we saw a girl running and eventually encountering a jeep. Turned out to be Tilda. Her appearance in front of the jeep was part of Widow's plan to frame the King for looting a treasure from another kingdom, hoping this would incite a war between the King and the other kingdom. Sunny had also started training MK to control his emotions. During training, Sunny deliberately made a small cut on MK's hand. As soon as MK's blood started flowing, he turned into a monster and attacked Sunny, throwing him against a wall. When MK regained consciousness, he asked Sunny, "Why did you do that?" "You know I could have killed you in that state." Sunny replied, "I did it to train you. I want you to learn to control your impulses." Afterward, Sunny took MK to his teacher. Seeing the teacher in a wheelchair, MK thought, what could he possibly teach me? But as soon as MK approached them, they knocked him down with the power of their hands. They told Sunny that MK needed a lot of training. After that, Sunny mentioned that he wanted to leave this bad place. The master gave him a small statue and said, "Go and meet the River King. He will have a way for you to escape from here." Meanwhile, we see that the king was having a meeting with the king of another kingdom. The king was furious because his gold had been stolen, and he believed it was done by the king's people. The king clarified that it was Widow's doing, and she framed them to make the two kingdoms fight. According to Widow's plan, Tilda was already hiding there. Seeing the king, she attacked him, but his bodyguard managed to stop her just in time. However, this made the king's people think it was an attack by Jack B's men, leading to a fight between the king and Jack B's people. MK was watching from a distance. He saw Tilda and chased after her. To get rid of him, Tilda attacked him with her butterfly weapon, causing him to bleed and suddenly transform. In a rage, he attacked Tilda. Before he could kill her, Tilda called out his name, bringing him back to his senses. He passed out before fully reverting to human form. Sunny, who had witnessed everything, also got attacked by Tilda's butterfly weapon, which hit his hand. The fight between the Keen's and Jack B's people was getting intense. Before they could kill each other, Sunny intervened, stopping the fight and showing them proof that Widow was behind the conflict. Seeing this, Jack B told Sunny that if he wanted to prevent a war between him and the Keen, he had to deal with Widow. The group returned to their kingdom, only to find everyone had been killed. Even the laborers had been taken by Widow's people. In the chaos, Ryder was kidnapped by Widow. She offered Ryder a deal, promising to help him take his father's position in exchange for his assistance. Ryder agreed, having grown to hate his father for remarrying and favoring Sunny over him. Jack B's right-hand person was also in cahoots with Widow. Widow made a similar deal with her, offering to help her take Jack B's position in exchange for her help. Following his master's instructions, Sunny met the River King, hoping for a way to escape the Badlands. The River King agreed to help but asked for the head of a particular boy in return. Seeing the picture, Sunny was shocked because it was MK's wanted poster. The River King explained that MK had killed their men on 3 boats. Disturbed, Sunny returned. He couldn't believe MK was capable of such acts. During training, Sunny had toughened MK's regimen and questioned him about the boat killings. Hearing this, MK's eyes turned black, and he transformed into a monster, throwing Sunny from a great height. Sunny woke up abruptly, realizing it was all a dream. He took out the book stolen from Widow's place and placed MK's badge inside it, discovering that it fit perfectly. Not only that, but the compass inside the badge started spinning rapidly as soon as it was placed in the book. The scene cuts to Widow's kingdom, where she had captured people from the Keen's kingdom. She lured them with promises of a better life, but her real motive was to test each person's hand for any powers, hoping to find MK. Her search was still incomplete. Meanwhile, Sunny took the locket and went to his master. To unravel the mystery of the locket, Sunny approached the master, who suggested that his grandfather might have better information. His grandfather was knowledgeable about such matters. Upon examining it, the master remarked that it was an ordinary badge with a mark signifying Azra, a place that supposedly didn't exist in this world. Meanwhile, the Keen was trying to boost the morale of his remaining people. During his speech, he suddenly experienced a severe headache and passed out. We then see that he was taken to Belle's house for treatment. She began the treatment, but it was not an easy task. At dawn, we see Sunny again, who, along with MK and 2 clippers, headed into the jungle to locate Widow. As they approached a dense area, one of them moved ahead to capture something, but Sunny stopped him, sensing a trap. He picked up a stick and struck the ground, triggering a trap. Sunny then jumped and hit a piece of wood, causing a lot of noise, activating all the traps in the area. One of the traps caught a clipper's leg. Sunny freed the clipper, but he was now injured and unable to help. Night had fallen. They couldn't continue their search for Widow in the dark jungle, so they set up camp and assigned Sunny to keep watch. In the middle of the night, Tilda came to meet MK. She liked MK and knew about his superpowers. She was there to warn him to stay away from Widow, who was seeking him for his superpowers. Tilda explained that the more MK used his superpowers, the weaker he would become, and if he exceeded his limits, it could kill him. She advised him to escape the area as soon as possible because everyone was after his superpowers. Before they could finish their conversation, Sunny and the other clippers appeared, capturing Tilda. MK pleaded, saying she was good and helping him understand his powers. She was trying to help him control his superpowers. However, Sunny ignored MK and started interrogating Tilda about her mother and Widow's location. When Tilda refused to reveal anything, Sunny decided to take her back to their kingdom for further questioning. At dawn, when Widow received news of Tilda's disappearance, she speculated that Tilda had been taken to their kingdom. Meanwhile, Sunny was still questioning Tilda about Widow's whereabouts. Before Tilda could answer, someone attacked Sunny from behind. It was Widow, who had come to rescue her daughter. Sunny, defending himself, climbed up a wall to avoid the attack, and a fierce battle ensued between them. The sword fight was intense, with both combatants evenly matched, but eventually, Sunny managed to defeat Widow. Widow was severely injured in the fight. During the battle, MK had freed Tilda. Before they could escape, they were recaptured and taken back to their cell. With no other option left, MK decided to transform into a monster. He cut his hand, turning into a monstrous form, and broke the cell door with a single blow, throwing the guard away. Sunny noticed the commotion and saw the fallen guard, not understanding what had happened. A few steps later, he saw MK in his monstrous state and knew that MK could kill him too. So he hid, waiting for an opportunity to rescue Tilda. Once he found the right moment, he grabbed Tilda and escaped. MK collapsed from exhaustion, and Sunny witnessed the entire scene. Unbeknownst to them, the Keen had seen the whole fight. Previously, only Widow knew about MK's superpowers, but now the Keen was aware too. MK had killed a clipper whose appearance closely resembled his own. He took the severed head to River King, saying, "Here, I've completed your task. Now fulfill your promise." The River King was pleased to see the severed head and said, "All right, come at midnight, and I'll help you escape Badland." Sunny quickly went to Vell's house, intending to take her with him. However, Vell refused to go with him. During her treatment, she had told MK that it was Sunny who killed his parents. Sunny, hearing this, exclaimed, "Are you crazy?" Sunny tried hard to explain to her that it wasn't him but the Keen who had killed her parents, but she wouldn't listen. A dejected Sunny left. After Sunny's departure, someone kidnapped Vell. It was actually Widow's people who kidnapped Vell to treat Widow because she was seriously injured in a battle. Widow left 3 medicines with Vell, telling her that 2 contained poison and 1 was a cure. She then left with Tilda. A little while later, in the jungle, Vell told Tilda that the blue bottle contained the medicine and that she now had a choice. She could poison her mother to stop her evil deeds and bring peace to the world, or she could save her mother and keep things as they were. The scene cuts to the Keen's palace. When Sunny came before the Keen, he was captured because the Keen wanted to harness MK's superpowers for himself. After locking Sunny in jail, the Keen met MK and said, "Come with me. I'll show you a place with all the luxuries of the world." When they arrived, it was eerily quiet. Suddenly, Jacob appeared, followed by Jacob's assistant and his son, all of whom had allied with Widow. Knowing he couldn't fight them alone, the Keen deliberately cut MK's shoulder. As MK's eyes turned black, he effortlessly threw everyone away when they attacked him. Meanwhile, Sunny's master came to rescue him from jail. The master, who was actually Widow's spy, informed Sunny of the Keen's evil intentions so he could save MK from the Keen. As MK fought, Sunny entered to help and stabbed the Keen with his sword, killing him. Sunny then went to MK, who was about to kill Ryder. He tried to stop MK, but it was futile as MK was not in his senses. MK threw Sunny away and then killed Ryder, Jacob, and the assistant. Before MK could reach Sunny, 3 monks appeared and quickly attacked MK's body's critical points, rendering him unconscious. They were about to take MK away when Sunny regained consciousness and tried to save him. This was Sunny's first encounter with opponents that were difficult to fight. The monks overpowered Sunny, throwing him against a wall. As Sunny's strength waned, he drew his sword and began fighting them. The monks combined their powers, and their eyes turned black like MK's. They then threw Sunny against the wall, knocking him unconscious, and took MK away in their vehicle. A while later, Vell arrived to find the town almost destroyed, with bodies everywhere and Sunny's sword lying on the ground. She cried, not finding Sunny there. The scene cuts to Sunny regaining consciousness in a boat, taken by the monks who handed him over to River King. Despite Sunny deceiving River King with a fake head, River King sold him out of Badland instead of killing him in anger. On the other hand, MK was also taken out of Badland by the monks but ended up in another captivity, still not free. The story ends showing MK's new imprisonment.